Hey, Taryn,
Yeah.
you want to work out better?
Yes.
You want to work out longer?
Uh-huh.
You want to work out stronger?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you need in your life?
No.
Iconic Protein, guys. We are a big fan of them. We are partnering with them for this episode, and we are so freaking pumped about it. I don't know about you guys, but I feel a lot stronger, a lot leaner, a lot healthier, and a lot more motivated to work out more when I'm putting the right stuff in my body. And one of those key things is protein. I don't know if you have ever worked out without having that in your body, but it's rough.
Yeah.
I feel like a potato. I feel like I can't move. And whenever I do actually put like good protein in my body, I feel like I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, and you know why Iconic Protein probably makes you feel that way, Ash?
Oh, it sure does, Taryn.
Because they only use grass-fed milk protein, which is richer in beneficial nutrients and keeps you fuller longer. Guys, they also have drinks that are low sugar, low calorie, low carb, and you can count on them to taste really good with flavors such as chocolate truffle, cafe latte, vanilla bean, turmeric ginger, and so many more. And if that hasn't sold you enough, they are the #1 rated best tasting protein shake on Amazon. So I mean, Amazon.
If Amazon. Says it, I'm in. Done and done. Guys, we're so excited to be partnering with them. If you guys want to get 25% off your very first order with Iconic, then you get to use ADVICE25 as your code to, again, get 25% off your first order. All you have to do is go to drinkiconic.com or Amazon to order.
Again, all you need to do is go to Drink Iconic, that's drinkiconic.com, or to Amazon to check this out for yourself and get that 25% off.
Get the chocolate truffle.
So bomb. Today, we are so excited to partner with Athena Club to help you guys all out with your self-care routines. It is a subscription box, so you don't have to run to the grocery store, run to all these places to like aimlessly try to find what you need. And it provides high quality self-care necessities all in one place without leaving your home.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very into like paying attention to the kind of products that I'm putting on my skin and the products that I'm using and like putting my money into. And Athena Club offers clean and sustainable self-care products all in one place without markups. And I'm talking like toxin-free essentials, things that you need like razors, vitamins, probiotics, deodorant, tampons, and so much more, you guys. I have become the subscription fan. I enjoy shopping, but like who knew I would love subscriptions, because you could just go in and customize it. You can get anything you want, as much or as little. They have a subscription starting at $8 a month, which is so cheap. I just want to throw that out there. And it comes straight to your door, so you don't have to go outside. We ain't got to deal with that. It's coming to you. I love my new razor. It has a little magnetic stand that I'm obsessed with. And the shaving cream's a big fan of that.
Big fans. So if you guys would like to make your self-care routine simple and better, just better, guys, Athena Club is there for you. You can sign up today and get 15% off your first order. Just go to Athena Club, that's ATHENACLUB.com, and use promo code ADVICE.
Again, that's athenaclub.com with promo code ADVICE for 15% off.
Yeah.
Stacks on deck,
Patron on ice. We could pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said it, yeah.
I said it, yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to Unsolicited Advice. This is quarantine day
50,006. And six.
Things are getting weird.
Things are getting weird.
Things are getting very weird over here. Hopefully you guys are doing better than we are. I know in general no one is doing good right now, but like
I just physically saw me through your eyes and was like, oh God.
Jeez.
Oh, I will say it's been super fun seeing like how I feel like I've been getting more and more DMs. Our Instagram is like popping off a little bit.
It is.
I think people are really like,
it took flight.
Maybe they just needed to be very crazy.
Yeah.
to get us.
Yeah. Or, not allowed to leave the house.
Yeah. And they're like, I guess we'll listen to these
Nothing
idiots.
else to do but listen to our podcast.
Yeah. But whatever your reason, I appreciate it.
We're happy you're here.
Welcome to You Freaking A.
I'm Ashley. That is Taryn.
Hello.
And we're very excited to dive into some stories today. Again, if you don't follow us on our socials, please do. If you have stories that you would like to share and you haven't shared yet, guys, this is the time. This is your moment to submit those stories. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. I'd appreciate some uplifting, funny ones.
Oh my gosh. Guess what?
What?
My story is like totally just a funny story today.
Oh, thank God. Like, it's just, I am so down to like dive in deep with you guys. I'm always down. We do it. We love it. We enjoy it. But like with 2020 being what it is, it's like we could use something funny.
Yeah.
Something happy maybe. It doesn't have to be all bad.
But we still, it's fun. It's cool because I feel like there's like a healthy balance. Like we love talking about like the freaking nitty gritty because is that an inappropriate thing?
I don't think so.
Or does it mean just like getting down to the facts? Or does it mean like getting down? Because I didn't mean that. I don't
think anyone took it that way.
Okay, well, no, but like I love a lot of people are just like straight up dealing with ish right now.
Yeah.
I know, like me and Ash have both had our days. I had a day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I, had some stuff. That's what's like hard about quarantine is like the whole world has like paused, right?
Yeah.
But like the universe forgot to like pause everything else. Yeah. So it's like, oh, I can't leave my house. I can't do anything. But like I still can have like, like my situation yesterday was like some family stuff come up and I was just like so depressed and like crying and like not wanting to leave. And then freaking Ashley, she helped me because Pool Ash showed up.
Guys, it is officially LA. I don't know. I know not everyone has warm weather right now, but LA has officially entered into summer. And it was like a blink overnight. We went from 60 degrees to 91. Yeah. And it's been so hot. But that means thankfully we're lucky. We have a pool at our disposal. And the water is officially warm enough to go swimming. So I was like, guys, if you want to, that's where I'll be all day. I'm gonna be out soaking up the sun and trying to like not do a damn thing. Like that was my plan all of Saturday. And it was everything that I needed.
Oh my God.
I felt like a 12-year-old kid. I barbecued. A girl barbecued. And lived for it.
Let me describe Pool Ash.
Oh yeah, I don't think they don't. You guys don't even know.
Y'all don't even know. Well, first of all, the contrast is amazing because Ash had said before, like, "Hey guys, we've all been going through things. Let's have like a full just like day." Yeah. And like she said, like we know we are so freaking blessed to have like a pool in the backyard, but we were like, you know what? Let's do it. We haven't really like swam or anything. We've just been kind of like,
so cold. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
LA was so cold for so long. Yeah. It wasn't an option.
But the contrast was hilarious because they went out and like they didn't know, but I ended up having like a phone call that kind of triggered some stuff. So I come to the door to let my dog pee, and they're like, "Hey, Taryn, are you good?" I was like,
clearly been crying,
in sweats, puffy face, and I was like, "Fine, I don't want to talk about it." And they were like, "Okay," and it was so sweet. Like they gave me space, and then like all of a sudden, like Ash just kept texting, like, "Hey, girl. You good?"
Which you didn't respond to, BT dubs.
But like I saw it and I needed it. And so I finally was like, you know what, Taryn? You have two options. You can sit here and cry, which honestly, I'm not afraid of a good cry. I love a good cry.
Necessary.
Or like your friends want you out there. I knew the second I'd go out that you would like cheer me up. But it was like I had to want to be cheered up. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So then I was like, ugh. So I put my bathing suit on. I walked down and went out, and Pool Ash was in full effect. And by Pool Ash,
she was.
I mean, Ashley doesn't just go to the pool.
No.
She has strategically picked out her bathing suit, her like spot she's laying out. She's got her sunglasses. She's got her hat. She's got the pool floaties blown up all before anybody comes, because Pool Ash is scheming before you even know it's going to be a pool day. Then she's like, oh, are we hungry? And you turn around and she's like a straight up dad, like grilling at the barbecue in her bikini with her hat on, just like grilling to perfection. And it's just like the most amazing mood you'll ever experience in your life. It's
you
great.
guys, Taryn doesn't even know. Like, I woke up and like went like first thing before anyone was awake.
Like Christmas morning.
Yeah. I made myself a cup of coffee and I put my Crocs on and I grabbed the pool net and immediately like I was just spent the whole morning like early before anyone was up. I was cleaning the pool.
You are such
I was
a mood.
preparing. I moved the lounge chairs. I pulled them out. They were, off to the side, covered in dirt and
heavy.
leaves.
You
They're
did that by
heavy.
yourself?
I sure did.
Wow,
Freaking
Ash.
went for it.
Thanks,
Pulled them
Pool
out.
Ash.
Got the towels ready. Cleaned and inflated 2 floaties. Moved the girl out to get ready and was playing music on my phone before anyone was ready. Like I had the sunblock out. I was like, let's go. And I was like, if no one else is coming out, I'm happy. And that's what matters,
Yes, girl.
And I jumped in the water, and then the water was like perfect temperature.
Yeah, it really
wasn't
was.
cold. It wasn't hot. It was like it was refreshing.
It still made you do like
refreshing. It was like you had the deep breath and then you just relaxed and you were good. And it was 90 degrees out and it was absolutely perfect, and I thrived, and I feel a lot better now.
I think we all can learn a lot from Pool Ash.
I think we can.
Like sometimes you just gotta, whether you're in a pool, whether you're standing outside with the hose on you,
I mean,
whatever you gotta do, it's the like taking the steps to like do an intentional thing that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Whether that's like, oh, I'm gonna watch a movie, but I've been watching movies every night in my room. It's like, well, no, I'm going to make it a movie night. So I'm going to make snacks. I'm going to put on my most comfiest sweats.
I'm going to hang up Christmas lights. I'm going to make a mood.
Yeah. Like, I think that's what's important about now is we have to find like ways to mix it up.
Yeah.
So that it's like, no, this is like a special time. Like, this is not just another, like, I rolled out of my bed in my sweats and now I'm just doing my thing again.
And I've always been like that. Like, I remember as a kid, I've never grown up with a pool. I've never had a pool ever.
Me neither.
This is my first time.
Did you have the little plastic ones?
I bought the plastic one.
At
the age of like 20, 21, 22, 23. I was like, I'm hot. I'm tired of going to my friends' houses. I want my own pool.
I'm going to roll in a puddle.
And I went to Walmart and I bought a kiddie pool. And I ended up buying one every year.
Was that the day Pool Ash was born?
That's when Pool Ash was born. Pool Ash was born because it brought so much joy. And I would sit there and even in the middle of the night, like after work, because I worked at a like sandwich shop. So like by the time I closed and got home, it was like 11. But it was so miserably hot because I grew up like out by the desert. It was so miserably hot that I would come home just drenched. Yeah. And I would like literally strip off my work clothes, throw my bathing suit on, and go sit in the pool in the dark.
No, I feel that. That's
and I
dope.
was into it. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do, especially now.
Seriously.
I've seen a lot of people buying kid pools and I think it's brilliant.
You honestly
run through the sprinklers.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Even if it's like a hose or whatever.
God, you know what happened when I was in high school? It was around like I was a senior. It was around like senior prank times. Mm-hmm. All the guys in my class decided to do a hot tub lunch party.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I think you told this story.
One of the guys brought their truck and a tarp. Yeah. And then without knowing, like on one of their like breaks, they went out without anyone else knowing on one of their breaks. They went out and dragged the like janitor's hose, which is, the janitor's hose. Yeah, it's like
goes
long.
On forever.
It's like miles long. They dragged it out to the parking lot and filled up the bed of his truck with water. And all the guys brought their swim shorts and were just sitting in their trunk, just like
I wish we had a truck
eating lunch. Cool. Yeah. So that's an option. That's a solid option.
It is a solid option.
So anyways, we're just doing what we got to do. So we know that working out is one of those things. It's like a bittersweet thing. Like you don't want to do it, but you want to do it. You don't feel good doing it, but then you feel great after. And there's like things that help you along the process. One for me has just always been like cute workout clothes. I'm just going to throw it out there. Like it makes me go out and do it because I got a cute workout outfit. Another thing that really has inspired me to always work out well is protein. And it's really just like my workouts go from like a solid 6 to like a 9 when my body is like empowered with the protein that I put into it. And guys, it's really important that you have healthy, good, clean protein in your body, not none of the like chemical stuff, you know. It's really saturated with all those chemical things, and we got to be careful. And as women, I think it's really a delicate balancing act between like wanting to stay fit but then not wanting to bulk up, and it's like, how do I do that? You know, protein has really like helped me kind of find that little middle ground. And super pumped today because we're working with Iconic Protein, which, you guys, is a super clean, very healthy protein. For many of us, it's hard to get sufficient protein, and oftentimes we're hungry throughout the day, which we end up like consuming way too many calories at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That happens to me all the time. So this is why we are partnering up with Iconic Protein. And we're going to be giving you guys 25% off your first order. So you're welcome for that. Take it away, Taryn.
Seriously. Okay. So, you know, there's many reasons why I love this product. One is they're freaking delicious, but I'll get to the flavors in a minute. But the other one is it legit you notice a difference when your body is like energized and actually performing well versus like dragging your way through life? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's relatable.
Iconic Protein drinks only use grass-fed milk protein, which is richer and beneficial in nutrients and keeps you fuller longer. Amen. So whether you're on the go, you need a quick pick-me-up, or you're chilling at home craving something, literally these drinks are just for you. They're low sugar, low calorie, low carb, low everything that's bad for you, basically. And you can count on them to taste really good. Here are some of the flavors. They have chocolate truffle, cafe latte, which has caffeine, which obviously was my favorite, vanilla bean, turmeric, ginger, cacao, greens, literally everything you need. The greens one actually is a full serving of organic vegetables, which like, those of you who aren't into veggies, like there you go, just drink that drink. And one of the things that's super cool is they are the #1 rated best tasting protein shake on Amazon.
Which can we just, if it's on Amazon's tops, done. Done and done. If you're looking to get more protein without all the sugar and calories and have a decadent treat while you're at it, use code ADVICE25, that's ADVICE25, to get 25% off your first Iconic order on drinkiconic.com or Amazon.
Again, go to Drink Iconic, that's drinkiconic.com or Amazon, and see how great they taste for yourselves.
That's ADVICE25 to get 25% off your first Iconic order on drinkiconic.com or Amazon.
Yeah, guys, we're all trying to just survive.
'Tis the season.
Some days are better than others.
Let's get through it.
I've really enjoyed going from literally one day being like, I'm freaking killing this, to the next day being like, I am in an actual just skin bag, like laying on my bed,
potato,
doing nothing.
Yeah, it's interesting how I feel like I'm at a point, and I'm sure everyone else is too, where you wake up and you're like, what's today going to be like? And you wake up, you kind of assess yourself, your like mental state, your physical state, and you're like, is this a go get it day, get her done day, or is this a we're not gonna get much done at all?
And both
today
are valid.
Both are fine, but you gotta check in every morning and see how that is.
Don't you feel like we've been talking forever? It's only been 11
like 10
minutes.
I don't get it.
Wow,
interesting.
Okay, is that a good thing? I'm gonna take it as yes. So. We are going to, start the episode. I do have a tearing it up, unless you had one.
No, I don't. Go for it.
Tight. This, I don't think
how that conveniently works out.
Always, because we're just,
in sync.
The cutest best friends that ever did live. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be uncomfortable by this one. I feel like, no. This is just like the
potty
most,
talk?
like slightly, but like not in the ways that you hate.
Okay.
I don't think.
I don't know how to take that.
Okay. Hi, Ashley and Taryn. I love you guys and your podcast so much. I just remembered this story. My name is Emmy, and I'm 16 years old. I was at my grandma's house with my cousins, and we were playing spicy Uno. It is regular Uno, but better. I've never heard of that.
Whenever I go to Estonia, I play it every year.
What is spicy about it?
There's just a few more rules implemented into the game. It's normal Uno, but there's just a few more complicated rules.
Yeah. Dude, I love how Uno's like when I go to Africa, and I don't go to like a popular spot in Africa. I literally go to like this tiny country called Liberia, but like that's like one of the number one things like we play with the kids all the time, and I'm like, this is so weird.
Literally
like
everywhere. It's like McDonald's.
Everywhere. But it's because it's a simple game and there is strategy, but also like you don't have to be like a genius to like do it, you know? So it's just like a good
spicy marbles is kind of like spicy Uno is kind of like your marbles game where the numbers have specific
got it. Okay.
But only a certain amount of them. Yeah. So it's really fun though. We should play it.
You guys, there's this game called, I think it's officially called Jokers and Marbles. I'll try to like link it to our Instagram, but it's basically like Sorry, but like on crack.
Yeah.
And it's like this huge board. It's like super homemade looking, which I love. And it's like you have a handful of cards and different cards can do different moves with your marbles. It's such a good game, and I highly recommend if like you're stuck at home with your fam.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you can't really play by yourself, but I'm sure you can figure it out somehow. Anyways.
So fun.
Okay. So regular Uno, but better. And I took a drink of water. I started to choke, but was also trying to swallow at the same time. Yeah. That's happened to me before where I'm like,
I know exactly.
Get it together. Yeah. Like you're not going to die. Just swallow really fast. Okay. I accidentally spit water all over my cousin, but still had some water in my mouth. I was still choking, so I ended up spitting the water all over my own shirt, then proceeded to also throw up some of my Chipotle I had just eaten. Ooh. I was laughing so hard and choking, and I peed my pants a little, and I got on my grandma's cushioned chair. I don't even know.
I like how she emphasized cushioned
chair. Because
not like you can wipe it off.
That's a big difference. Yeah. I don't even know why I threw up. I think it was a combo of laughing and choking. I had to change my clothes and wear my grandma's underwear and sweatpants. That part killed me because I could just imagine her putting them on and looking down and being like, this is what my life
where
has
I'm
come
at
to
right now. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I am such a fan of granny panties. Like I've showed Ashley some of my I'm dead. Some lucky guy gets to wake up to this. When I go to bed, I wear my granny panties, and these are not attractive whatsoever. Like they go halfway up my back. Like they're just the nastiest things, but they're so comfortable when I sleep. And so I fully have embraced granny panties, but I can imagine her being like, this is so embarrassing. Anyways, underwear and sweatpants. I keep replaying the story in my head and just laugh. Thank you for being so awesome. Hope you're staying safe during quarantine. Love, Emmy.
Oh, Emmy. First of all, love her name.
I know. It's cute.
It's fun, fancy.
Isn't
Emmy.
that funny? Like, you know those times where something happens and it's like a whirlwind and like 5 things happen and you're just left sitting there like, what just, what? Yeah. What happened?
I had something similar happen once to me.
Shut up. Are you gonna share?
I feel like I should.
Oh my God, please. Please.
So this was, I'm trying to think of how old I was. I was in middle school. I think I was in 7th grade, and I was at my best friend's house, and another one of my friends who I grew up with, who I was really close with, was there also. And I forget what we were playing, but we were playing all day long. We had been swimming. We had been playing video games. We were watching movies. And we were doing something in her parents' like living room. And something happened. And I think my best friend did something stupid. I forget what it was. And it was just the funniest thing that I had ever seen. I was laughing so hard. And I couldn't stop laughing. So then I sat down on their couch and was like my face hurt, my stomach hurt, everything was laughing.
Yeah.
And the next my friend had fallen on the floor just like laughing. My other friend was on a chair like laughing hysterically, that had dropped everything. We were just belly laughing.
Yeah.
Next thing I knew, like my pants were wet and it was warm. No. And I just like froze and was like, oh my God. And then I was trying to figure out how to, because I was too old to have peed my pants.
There's a level, but honestly, it happens young. Like I feel like it's like past like second grade.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was, my whole body was like convulsing in laughter, and that was just something that happened. And I remember being so shocked. I literally don't think I've told a soul this story.
Oh my God.
But I
honored.
Immediately, no, it gets worse. I immediately, like, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this, and I can't because I like, my pants are soaked.
Yeah.
So, I jump up off the couch and say, oh my God, I think I just sat in water. Like someone spilt their water. And they're like, what? And I step up and I'm like, oh my God, it's all over me. And they're like, what? And I was like, someone must have like spilt their drink. And I was dead set to the day I died. Like, that's what happened. And then their dad comes in and is like, what's so funny? And they're like, Ashley sat in someone's spilt drink. So like, I know they know, but they won't say it either. Because they're like... probably dying and laughing at me. Yeah. And then he like picks up the couch cushion and he goes, it smells like pee.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, their dog must have peed on the couch. And I sat in it. I fully went with it. And he was like, oh, okay. So like, he was like, that's weird. And it's like, their dog was like, well trained and like, taken care of, like doesn't do that kind of stuff. So he goes to like fix the cushion, and I had to wear my best friend's clothes, and I just remember being so mortified.
Oh my gosh, that's brutal.
Yeah, but like never once came out and said that I had peed my pants. But if any of them listen to this, now they know.
Now you know.
They knew.
Do you want me to share my embarrassing pee story?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So I had.
Sorry, I just drank out of my. I just took a huge drink of my matcha tea, and it was very loud. I didn't move the mic.
No, you're fine, girl.
Poor planning.
You're fine. So I was playing tetherball, and I had a crush on this guy, Joey. I'm having deja vu. Have I shared this?
I don't think so. I have a tetherball story too. We're not going to do this though.
Yeah, you've told your tetherball story.
Yeah.
It's freaking prime. Okay, so I was playing tetherball, and I had a crush. I think I tend to like fall for like the funny guys. So because I'm so funny. So I was
we get each other.
We get each other. We just like to entertain. Oh my gosh, stop talking, Taryn. Okay. So he was doing something, and he like did something with the tetherball, and I like lost it. And I remember I had to pee, but I didn't want to go because I was like next. And I also like, do you remember in elementary school when it's like you have a crush on someone and you're like, I just have this break. I have like 10 minutes to hang out with my crush, So I was like sitting on the floor, and he did something, and I lost it. And I know what you're talking about. Like when you get into a deep belly laugh, it's almost like painful, and you really want to stop, but like
really
you can't.
Hurts.
Yeah. So I was like belly laughing, and then I freaking peed myself on the concrete, like sitting in line for tetherball. So then there was like 10 minutes left of break, and then like, the line keeps moving, but I was like, if I get up, everyone's going to know I peed myself.
Yeah.
So I kept going like, no, you can go in front of me. I'm cool. I'm just sitting here. And then the bell rings. So everyone starts leaving, and I'm still just sitting there like, what do I do? So everyone was like waiting, and I was like, no, it's fine. Hold on. I just need a minute. Like my stomach hurts. Like I'm just going to chill for a minute. So like people start walking. And now it's like the whole playground is emptying, and I'm just sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce. Like, what do I do? So then, finally, like I think I'm good. So I stood up and started walking, and Joey freaking turned around.
Freaking Joey.
And he was like, "What's on the floor?" And I was like, nothing. And he was like, ew, you peed. And he started like telling everyone. And I started crying hysterically. And it was just like the worst thing ever. But that was the day my crush for Joey died.
Yeah.
His immaturity. At a young age, I was like, I don't want that.
I'm too good for that.
I'm too good for that. I'm going to do embarrassing crap the rest of my life. If you're going to call me out like that.
This will never work.
If I can't pee my pants in front of you, I can't marry you.
Yeah. It'll never work out between us, Joey. That's so good.
So good. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I could go first.
I love it.
Let me see here. This is
Sorry.
This is a good one. I remember like reading this and being like, dang.
Okay. You love a dang.
I love a dang.
What? So weird.
I don't like
why.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's take that back.
Okay.
Anyways, this one is titled "Old Flames Die Hard."
Ooh. Hey, Ash.
Yes, Taryn.
Did you know that there are things that your eyes see, like light, that affects your sleep?
What are you talking about?
I'm serious.
Yeah, I believe
Blue
you.
light.
Oh,
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous. That was a roundabout way to get to that.
I wanted everyone to be aware of this before I introduce our heroes.
There's an evil villain out to disrupt your
blue
sleep.
Light is the villain, and Blue Blocks
is the superhero
hero.
in a cape.
If you guys are
It's
like,
blue.
excuse me, I'm ready to go now. If you guys are like, what the heck is blue light? Guys, let me tell you, it leads to digital eye strain, blurred vision, headaches, not being able to sleep, watery eyes. All of these things can heighten your anxiety, depression, low energy. There's so many things.
Nobody got time for that.
And nobody realized we see it all the time. Your phone going off, the TV on, your computer. So Blue Blocks has legit found a way to fix this problem with not only like very productive products that actually make a difference, speaking firsthand, but also the freaking cutest hip frames you will ever see. They have over 40 frames. So just get on it. That's all I'm saying.
And for those of us who don't actually wear glasses on the regular, they have prescription, they have non-prescription, they have readers. So there's a lot of options for everyone. They're also giving back by working with Restoring Vision with their buy one, gift one campaign, which is just, I love that.
So cool. We love that. So if you would like to get free shipping, yes, free shipping worldwide and 15% off, go to blueblocks.com/advice or you can enter code ADVICE at checkout.
Again, guys, that's blueblocks.com/advice for 15% off, or just use the code ADVICE.
And I just want to spell it out to clarify. It's BLUBLOX.com/advice. You're welcome. So during this time, I think self-care is so essential.
It's everything.
It is literally everything.
Big fan.
And sometimes it's hard because you feel like you spend so much time browsing like websites or running into like grocery stores or like the mall to try to find products to take care of yourself. And it's a little bit rough, but not anymore, y'all, because Athena Club is here to help you. You can literally find safe, high quality self-care necessities all in one place without leaving your home, which is great because we can't. So,
ain't that the truth? I feel like in this time of just like being at home, I've become a subscription fanatic.
Seriously.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. You don't have to think. It just comes right about the time you're about to run out of your shaving cream, and then boom, there's the box and you got everything you need. I just recently went through my very first box. I got a cool deodorant. I got shaving cream. I got a razor. I got lotion. I got body wash. I got all the things because, you know, a girl doesn't want to go outside.
No.
So I went through the whole thing, and guys, it made shaving so much fun. First of all, you know, when you're like trying to lather your leg and you're holding the razor and then you have nowhere to like put the razor, so you put it in your mouth and you're trying to like, you know, get the lotion all over your leg.
That sounds
and then you put
dangerous.
it down. I do it all the time. Anyways, it has a magnetic feature, and it has this little tiny little circle that you like stick to your wall, and the razor sticks to it with a magnet. It's super easy and convenient. And I know this is simple, and I know this is probably people have been like, oh yeah, I've had that for a long time. This is my first experience, you guys, and it was game changing. It was so much fun. I loved it. So the razor is fantastic. The shaving cream is smooth and buttery, and my legs feel soft, and I'm into it. And then again, like I said before, the subscription is amazing. So you get to customize it and include as much or as little as you want, and it gets shipped straight to your door. Subscriptions start at just $8 a month, and that's really affordable, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there compared to the other subscription boxes out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
Especially for all you get, you know? So basically, all this wrapped up, Athena Club is just your own self-care routine made so simple. You can sign up today and you'll get 15% off your first order. Yes, 15%, y'all, because we love you. And you just need to go to Athena, Athena Club, CLUB.com, and use promo code ADVICE.
That's athenaclub.com with promo code ADVICE for 15% off.
Take care of yourselves, y'all.
Hi, girls. I'm not one for long intros, so I'm going to make this quick. I love listening to your podcast, and a fun fact about me is I live in northern Maine. We are so secluded here that all of the high schools in the area still let out for 3 weeks every fall to help with potato harvest.
Dang, I love potatoes.
I mean, I feel like a potato right now.
I love potatoes.
Oh, I love potatoes. Oh my God, like so good. I think that's fun, but I never grew up with that. Like, that's not,
No, I get my potatoes from the produce section.
That feels like straight up like a movie. So yeah, I love that. The town I went to school in is called Presque Isle, which I think is how you pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
Which ironically translates to almost an island.
Ooh, that's cool.
I love it here though, and I wouldn't change a thing. I'm writing you to tell you about an issue I'm having with my boyfriend of almost 2 years. He's 22 and I am 20, and we are looking at houses together. I'm pretty sure there's a ring involved this summer. Everyone here gets together very young. I know it's weird, but let's just go with it. We have always been friends, and our relationship just fell into place naturally. He's so good to me, and I have absolutely nothing bad to say about him. He's like I've never had to open a door around him type of guy, and I absolutely love it. Oh, that's cute.
So cute.
We're super close emotionally as well. We both had hurtful relationships in the past, so it was hard. It was hard to bring each other's walls down, but we did, and the vulnerability we have with each other is wonderful. Here's where the
cute.
Yeah, I know, it's so precious.
I know.
Here's where the problem lies. ... I'm confused. He treats me like a literal princess all the time. He's kind to me, close with my family, trusting, hardworking, literally everything. Except he has a bad habit of re-adding girls from his past on his Snapchat.
Wait, what?
Just having a friendly conversation with them, then doesn't understand when I get upset. I've explained to him over and over how uncomfortable that makes me, and that yes, I have had guy friends, but they were all his friends first. I have no idea who these girls are, and he tried to talk/sleep with almost all of them before we got together. He will delete them when I say something about it, and he will apologize, and we will have a big talk about it, but then he goes and does it again 2 months later.
Dang.
Yeah. There is this one girl who he was in love with in high school, but she wouldn't give him the time of day and led him around like a little puppy. I was friendly with her, but we weren't close. Ever since we started dating, I have gotten the feeling that she is upset, maybe, or jealous that she can't use him anymore. She's become overly friendly with me, comments on all of our pictures together. When I see her in public, she makes inappropriate comments about him and says he messaged her. She works with his sister and told her he called her crying last week. I have night classes most nights, so she messaged him saying that the two of them should hang out some night when I'm in class.
What?
I know. She messaged his mom on Facebook saying she missed her. This girl's engaged and just bought a house and a dog. What is her problem? Some days this upsets my boyfriend and he understands what she's doing. And some days, like yesterday, he messaged her saying we should all hang out and told me I need to reach out more. I have full faith that he would never cheat on me, but I can't handle the disrespect anymore. I have talked with him so much to the point that I don't think it would do any good. We're buying a house together, and I don't think I can live with someone who's constantly doing this shit. I'm confused and upset. Any advice would help. XOXO, Catherine.
Oof.
I'm going to just say one thing first, like right off the bat. I know I'm a little older, obviously. She's 20, I'm 30. It's 10 years. But I have become very aware since quarantine. I've known this, but it really I understood it more. Snapchat is like flirt.
Yep.
Chat. It's like people use it specifically for flirting now,
Snapchat.
You can snap friends, yes, but if you are in a relationship, I can see how I would be like,
nah, dude.
Snapchat.
Not honestly,
it's very much like that's what it's used for.
No one uses Snapchat anymore besides like you said, my friends or my brother will send me weird stuff on Snapchat. But I think it's a super red flag when people want to connect on Snapchat because usually all of the guys that like want to talk to you on Snapchat usually have like an ulterior motive, and it's a very secretive thing. Like you can have a girlfriend and Snapchat and have full blown conversations with someone else and no one will ever see it.
100%.
So like I definitely like I never use Snapchat, but
So I feel like the fact that it's happening, period, is a red flag. The fact that it's happening on Snapchat is a huge red flag to me.
I think, okay, there's like
a lot to unpack.
There's a lot to unpack, but honestly, when I heard this entire story, none of it matters except one main thing. But I would love for us to talk about the little things, and then I'll freaking do my mic drop moment.
Okay. Yeah.
One thing is that girl needs to back up. And it really bothers me in these situations when it's like, I could see some like single girl who's still hung up on him and who's bored and is like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. But like she's engaged. It's always these girls that are like engaged or have their own family and things going on too, and are obviously just bored and doing that. But like there comes a certain point where girl friendships don't make sense if it doesn't include your other person too.
Yes, 100%.
And so
this goes both ways.
Yeah, I think if rekindling things with people from your past just doesn't make sense. I'm a firm like an ex is an ex for a reason. Like you don't need to continue past like, you know, if I ran into my ex, I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? And I would genuinely care about like how his life is. But I'm not going to like say like, oh, like hit me up. Like we should catch up. Like, no, you're my ex for a reason. And that's that. But I just like, I don't think, I'll say, I think it makes total sense why this is rubbing you the wrong way and why you're confused that there's this need to like retalk. My ex was like that. He always wanted to like be friends with his exes and I never understood it. But he had this way of making me think like, oh, something's wrong with me because I think it's weird. Yeah. But I was like, always like, what? Like, why? But you guys have dated. You guys have like been intimate. You guys have like done life together. She still is clearly in love with you. So like, why would you still? Yeah. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. And in my head, it's like, it doesn't matter what they believe. If you guys are planning on having a life together, the fact that it bothers you should be enough.
That's what I'm heated.
Right. So it doesn't matter if him and this girl are really friends. It doesn't matter if she has ulterior motives or not. The fact that it's bothering you and he still continues to do it, that's huge. And that says a lot about where his priorities lie.
That is the ultimate bottom line. And we've talked about this before. I think every time you get in like some type of altercation, right? Like whether it's with a friend or a relationship or whatever, it's some people have a hard time saying like, oh, like, you know, but I didn't do anything wrong. And that's always, it's a valid thing because I think there has to be some point
I tend
of
to
like,
think that way.
Yeah. And there has to be some point of where you're like, okay, I understand that like you're upset, but like, I want to say like, this is where I'm coming from. Like it really, like you shouldn't be upset because A, B, and C.
Right.
But I have a really big issue, especially in relationships with girls that are like, yeah, I've told him this makes me upset, but he keeps doing it. Yeah. And ultimately, that was why I went through my breakup, because it got to a point where I was like, I would cry about something and he would be like, yeah, but you always cry. Yeah. And I was like, does the fact that that doesn't bother you, the fact that you make me sad so frequently that me crying is a normal thing, is like that's a huge red flag. And so I think like when you're talking to him, that needs to be the point that you drive. I'm not accusing you of cheating. I'm not accusing you, whatever your motives are, like that's between you and like you, because we never know what people are actually thinking. But bottom line, I have told you that this bothers me. And if I'm going to marry you, if I'm going to have a house with you, if we're supposed to be like connected, like you and me are one, like we're on the same team now, I shouldn't have to compete with like telling you something hurts me and you just doing it on your own.
Exactly. And we're not saying that he's cheating on you or, you know, having this malicious, like secretive life behind your back, because that's probably not the case. But the fact that I think this is like right on the line of like you're starting to lose trust in him.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets really dangerous.
Well, because he apologizes. That's the part I can see that bothering too.
Is saying, okay,
like, oh,
I
I'm
see
sorry. Yeah, no, I'll delete them. And then it happens again. So that's where it's kind of like sitting down and being like, okay, this is a very annoying cycle. And like, I'm getting to a point where like, this is not just about you re-adding them. Yeah. And like, that's why I'm saying that I think guys sometimes they're like factual, right? Like, well, I'm not doing anything. Like, I don't have feelings for her. I'm with you. So I don't understand why this is an issue.
Yeah.
But they have to see that like girls, we have this ability of being like, okay, there's something underlining here. Like if I tell you this makes me sad, you're apologetic, but then you do it again. Right now you're showing me that you don't care.
Yeah.
That I'm sad. So that's a bigger issue, that I'm not going to build a life with someone who doesn't actually think about how he's affecting me in his decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to go, on the other side too, like, I've had multiple guy friends that I grew up with that I would consider like brothers that I genuinely love and care about. And most of them, if not almost all of them, because your girl's not like the only one not in a committed relationship, are married or have like very committed relationships with girls, girlfriends. And I don't hear from them as much.
No.
And I don't take that personally. And I don't reach out like I used to because I know that they're in a relationship. Yeah. And I would never like put myself or them in an awkward, I would never want to do that because I genuinely love and care for them and want them to have this, you know? So that to me says, this girl's a hoe.
She a hoe.
Because you just don't like,
no,
if you have a genuine friendship with someone, you would never insert yourself in that relationship in any way. And you don't text at night and you don't snap secretively and talk to their moms like that, No,
and I feel like, deep down. And that's what like, I mean, I would be curious if you've asked him like, hey, genuinely, like all crap aside, what is your gut telling you? Like, what do you feel her motives are? Yeah. Because I'm telling you right now, I have friends, or like men in my life that are like married and I see them as like genuine, like, a friend or an older brother type thing. And I've never felt uncomfortable if they were to reach out and be like, hey, just checking in. How are you? Like, I feel like it's like a family member or someone reaching out and I love it. And there's not something weird. Then there's been times where I've had like random guys that I'm like, I know you're married or I know you're in a relationship, and they reach out and just the tone and how they message me honestly pisses me off because I feel very disrespected and I feel very like, I don't think like, would you sit and show your wife like all of these messages? Because I don't think that it makes me uncomfortable the way that you talk to me. And it bothers me because I feel disrespected in that moment too, because then you put me in a weird position.
Especially if they do it repeatedly.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is, like, I know when I get something where I'm like, that irks me. Like it gives me a weird feeling in my stomach versus people who I know are genuine. Yeah. So like, I'd be curious for if you could get him to sit and not be defensive, like just have a calm conversation and be like, literally in your gut, the way that she's reaching out, the feelings that you're getting from the motives of her, if roles were reversed and a guy was reaching out to me in the same way, would you be comfortable with a guy talking to me and me continuing a relationship outside of that? Yeah. Because I guarantee if roles were reversed, it'd be different.
Yeah, because the truth is, if you're looking at houses together, like I wouldn't want to live with someone like that. He wouldn't want to live with someone like that.
No,
he wouldn't want to live with someone like that.
When you're with someone that like, when they pick up their phone, you just have a slight tingle of like, who are they talking to? Yeah. Like that freaking sucks. Like I love Brett and Vanessa, my brother and sister-in-law. They have the most open relationship I've ever seen. Like both of them do not have passwords on their phone. They are constantly on each other's phones. They know everything. They tease each other about exes. Like they just have this very, like, you can tell that trust is not an issue whatsoever. Like they just fully trust each other with everything. And that's something that like I long for. Like I want a guy who like I don't have to even for a second be like, that's weird. Like he's been on his phone a lot. I know he's been talking to his exes. Like once that starts creeping up in a girl, it's really hard to get them down because girls like tend to like spiral on thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's something like to talk to him too and be like, you don't understand right now, you like planting these little seeds of like just kind of confusion and doubt. Like that's something that like I don't want to get out of control to where like every time you're on your phone, I'm like, who's he talking to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta, it's a bigger picture. So I would just recommend like trying to get him to see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I completely agree. I am sorry that you're going through this though. This really sucks. What I would just encourage you to do is take care of yourself, guard your heart.
Yeah.
And like, I would really like the next time you sit down with him and try to like dig and figure out what's really going on here, I would just prepare yourself to just take what comes at you and make sure that you make the best move for you because you're 20 and you're so young and you have, 20s were the best time of my life.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want you to be in a relationship or a house with some guy who you just don't trust. Like that's a waste of your time. Your 20s is the best time to be alive,
I commend her for like facing this now because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I have all these red flags in a relationship, but then they're like, well, maybe if we get a house, it'll be better. Maybe if we get married, it'll be better.
Maybe if we have a kid, it'll bond us.
But no, it's so, and that's why like people who are like, oh honey, you'll find someone to me. I'm like, bro, I would rather like be single for a lot longer and find a guy who actually deserves me because like I'm amazing.
And who you can trust fully.
Yeah. And I know that I'm going to be like all that someone needs, probably because I have like 50 personalities and I'm a lot, but like, you know what I mean? Like I know that I'm going to be everything for someone someday. And I would rather wait for that than be in a relationship where I'm like, I've already done that where I'm like questioning like, oh my God, does he love me? You know what I mean? Like I ain't got time for that.
No, exactly. I'm very excited for you and your future.
Yes, me too, girl.
Whether he's in it or not, it's going to be fantastic. So thank you so much for sharing and being vulnerable with us and good luck with everything.
You got this.
Yeah. Love you, boo. Hey, Taryn.
Yeah.
Are you ready to live your best hair life in 2020?
Always.
Then you need Function of Beauty, guys. I had this revelation the other day. I was cleaning out my bathroom and I was looking around and I was like throwing away all these bottles that were like half empty, kind of quarter empty. And they've been in my bathroom, in my shower for like a year. And I was like, why is this even here? I stopped using it. I got to get rid of it. And I realized like none of these shampoos actually did exactly what they said they were going to do. I was like, oh, I thought my hair was going to be voluptuous. I thought it was going to be silky smooth. Like what happened? And I end up throwing them away and it's a waste of money. And then just like having the realization that like, I need to be more intentional with the shampoo and conditioner that I put in my hair. I do it multiple times throughout the week. And so if it's not actually helping my hair, then what's it doing? It's a waste of money.
It is a waste of money.
Tell us about Function of Beauty, Taryn.
Oh, I will. Function of Beauty is the internet's top-rated customized hair care brand with over 30,000 five-star customer reviews and counting.
30,000.
Whether you have curly or straight hair, natural or processed, they have individually formulated bottles based on your unique hair type, style, preferences, and hair goals. So basically, you go online, you tell them all about your hair, and they customize not only like the fragrance and the color of your shampoo, which I got the cutest color combo. One was like a corally color and the other was like a teal color.
I knew you were going to go with
I
coral.
know. Oh my God, I'm
I
obsessed.
went with like a light green.
And it says your name on the bottle, which is like the cutest thing ever.
So Alicia can't steal it from me.
No. Rude. Tell her to try. But it's super cool because you can also tell them what your goals are. So like for me, I wanted more shine and I wanted more moisturizing. So you can kind of like say exactly what you want and then they do it all for you. Plus it's vegan, cruelty free, and they never use sulfates, parabens, and a lot of other things that I don't know how to say that I'm assuming are bad for your hair.
All the bad things. Guys, to get started right now, go to functionofbeauty.com/advice to take your 4-part hair profile quiz and save 20% on your first order. Guys, the quiz, don't be overwhelmed. Okay.
No,
the quiz is fun.
parts.
It's so fun.
This.
It's so easy. Don't spend another minute with hair misery. Go to functionofbeauty.com/advice. That's function, FUNCTIONOFBEAUTY.
Good job.
I need an award for that. .com/advice to let them know that we sent you.
Hey, Ash.
Yes, Taryn.
So you know how we both are like staring at the computer like literally all day?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever noticed it's hard to fall asleep?
Yeah. You mean on top of all the TV that I watch?
Which is also could be a cause.
I mean, it's another screen.
Just saying.
And then, I mean, I don't know about you, but I like scroll through all the socials before going to bed. It's like my
of course.
nighttime routine.
Duh.
Which is another screen.
Ash, let me get.
I'm sorry.
Let me get
I'm stealing
into
your
it.
thunder. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well, guys, we are partnering today with Blue Blocks. Let's clarify right now. It's BLUBLOX because y'all need to get this right because I'm telling you, I've never been more pumped in my life to receive a pair of glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just tell you, Blue Blocks is a company that was started by two people. They're a couple, which makes it like so cute.
Love that.
Love that.
For
and
them.
they basically were like, hey, I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm trying to figure out why. Took a bunch of glasses to like a lab and they actually had them like legit tested by professionals and found that a lot of blue light glasses were not doing what they said they were doing.
Freaking liars.
Freaking liars. So they started this company that was made by professionals, super freaking cute frames and everything. And they're like legit the best things ever. And I just started using mine and I already can tell a huge difference.
I use mine all the time.
Not to mention, I look so cute when I wear them. So if you guys are like, what's blue light? Well, blue light damages our eyes and leads to digital eye strain, which can lead to blurred vision, headaches, dry, watery eyes, and it can also cause heightened anxiety, depression, and low energy, which at this time where a lot of us are on screens more than normal, we need to get on it and protect our freaking eyeballs.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Blue Box was created to fix this problem and block out the blue light with high quality lenses, guys. So basically what's been going on is all these other blue light blocking glasses like weren't actually doing anything. So people were wearing them thinking that they were protecting their eyes and they actually weren't. So the founders went ahead and created actual evidence-backed lenses that actually protect your eyes from blue light. So whether you're watching TV or editing 24/7 like Taryn and I, you'll actually be protecting your eyes and avoiding headaches and stuff like that. Because that's usually what I dealt with was headaches.
Yeah,
Is that what you have?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
It's the worst. Also, guys, speaking from someone who doesn't wear glasses, they have so many cute options.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
And I'm just throwing that out there because that means a lot to me because I don't really like need glasses. I never actually took the time to find a pair that actually like fit my face, that where people that normally wear glasses do.
Yeah.
So I had so much fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Scrolling through all the options, found the Maverick frames, which are they look kind of aviator-esque.
Oh, they're so cute.
But with clear lenses, of course. And they were so fun. They come in non-prescription as well as prescription for those that do need glasses, and have all the variety that you need. Blue Blocks is also giving back by working in partnership with Restoring Vision in their Buy One, Gift One campaign, which I just love. I love that.
Yes.
For each pair of Blue Blocks glasses purchased, they donate a pair of reading glasses to someone in need, which just warms my heart.
It's so cool. They also have lenses, like they have like nighttime, they have color therapy, they have like so much stuff. So even if you're like, oh, I'm not on a screen, like you don't realize how much like you're being affected by the light you're processing.
Yeah.
So I think it's so important. And like it said, like even some of them help with anxiety. So if you struggle with that, it's totally worth a look to see just the different cool things that they have. So get your energy back, sleep better, and block out the unhealthy effects of blue light with Blue Blocks. Get free shipping worldwide and 15% off by going to Blue Blocks. Again, that's BLUBLOX.com/advice or enter code advice at checkout.
Again, guys, that's Blue Blocks, BLUBLOX.com/advice for 15% off, or just use the code advice. You're welcome.
You need to do it. Go.
You have to.
Right now.
Bye.
Go.
I love going first.
Yeah. You know, without having like a mic on a stand, sometimes if you guys are like, what was that huge gap? It's usually because I like set my mic down and then I go to talk and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, or your mic's just like off to the side because you're just, listening. And then you go and say something and you're like, wait, the mic's not there. It's the little things. It's the desk and the microphone stand that really gets us, in the right mindset for recording, not the bottom of a closet.
No, not at all. Okay. So I'm excited for this because I don't know if you guys remember any of our day ones. Our podcast kind of started with us just telling stories. It was us commenting on the stories for sure, but it definitely got more into like us actually giving advice. Whereas before it was kind of just like people sending in like just these ridiculous life situations.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I remembered I'm a trained counselor with her minor. And, it got deeper and deeper. So I was super excited because I got a story where it's like an actual just story. And I'm like so excited to read it because
you mean like not asking for advice?
Yeah. It's not as much as advice as just like just sharing like a ridiculous story. And it's great because it's like it's so obscure and like crazy that it sounds like a movie, but I'm just I found myself like laughing hysterically and like really into reading it. So I'm excited to read it for all of you.
I can't wait.
So this email was titled Wedding Revenge.
Ooh.
Girl, you don't even know.
Let me get comfortable. Okay. I'm so excited.
Okay. Hi, ladies. I would like to stay anonymous, and girl, I get it because the story's bonkers.
Oh my God.
Did I just say bonkers?
Literally. I was just about to say, did you just say bonkers?
It's because I've been watching Darkwing Duck.
Oh my God, Taryn, you guys.
I'm on a weird.
Wait, you described Pool Ashley.
No.
Can I describe Taryn's editing cave? Because Taryn, for those of you that don't know, Taryn edits both mine and my sister's videos. She's a fantastic editor, and she gets it done, right? I just want to explain one of the multiple times where I've walked in on Taryn in her editing cave. I have walked in multiple times. First of all, let me just paint this picture. Her room is always a little bit darker than the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Just the direction it faces.
Yeah.
The sun tends to not hit her window like that much. So it's
when it's
always
morning,
shaded.
it's like freaking the sun is like pounding in.
Yeah.
But then by the time it's even like 10 or 11.
Yeah. By the time she's working, it's already getting darker in her room. So it's a darker bedroom. I've walked in multiple times with Taryn, and obviously quarantine mode. So she's in sweats, like sweatpants, sweatshirt, socks, like Christmas socks, hair in a bun with her glasses on. She's got her headphones on, a candle lit, about approximately 4 Celsius cans just scattered throughout the room, as well as an empty coffee cup.
Oh, God.
A little bit of a snack that's like been half eaten to her left. And then she is watching. She's watching old cartoons. She's been on like a cartoon kick. Like she was watching Rescuers. She was watching like Sword in the Stone on repeat, guys. And I walked in multiple times and she looked like a little gremlin just like in her cave getting her editing done. And it's so funny.
I'm ready for the gremlin edits to come pouring in. Yes. It's a mood and it's a weird thing. And I know someday, like, I'm going to get married to like a grown man and have to be like, hey, just, I love to watch like old Disney cartoons. Like it's a thing.
Whoever you end up with is going to be so into it. I already know.
He better be. Okay.
Anyways, back to the story.
Okay, so she says, I would like to stay anonymous. I first want to say I love your podcast and I'm always so excited when you upload. I also want to say that this is not my story, but I knew you guys had to read it since you both are #bridesmaids for life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here it goes. I'm so excited for this right now. Last summer, I was at a cousin's wedding. His bride and her family had been close with ours since before I was born, and the couple had known each other since they were toddlers. So it was a particularly exciting event for both sides of the family. However, after the ceremony was over and the party had only just started, one of the bridesmaids decided to announce her own engagement.
Stop.
Beginning of reception.
Oh my God.
Yes. The attention was immediately taken away from the newlyweds and brought to the bridesmaid, who I'll call Sarah.
I literally would, I would grab my newly husband's, best man or whatever and be like, escort her out. She's
that
out.
Is
Get rid of her.
Most selfish.
That's so rude.
And I've heard of people who have literally hid that they were pregnant for a full month while the wedding was coming, all the craziness, because they were like, I did not want to steal any thunder. That's one of those rules of life that's just known.
You can't. You can't. She would be escorted
she gone.
Off the premises.
She gone. Oh, don't worry. She gets what's coming to her.
I'm so excited.
The attention, blah, blah, blah. I read that. So it was immediately brought to the bridesmaid, I'll call Sarah, and her equally smug fiance. Mm. That makes it even worse when they're both just the worst. Okay. My cousin's wife, I'll call her Emma, didn't make a scene or utter a single negative word about Sarah. Good for you.
Class.
Good for you. What does that look like? She looked like she was on the verge of tears. Poor thing. But she kept grinning and acted very happy for the couple. This was unusual, as Emma is typically quite confrontational and speaks her mind no matter the consequences.
Emma.
What are you hiding, Emma?
Emma. She's got a trick up her sleeve, huh? Yep. Emma.
Sarah later picked Emma to be the maid of honor at her own wedding, which took place last weekend. I wasn't there for it, but my cousin sent me some of the best bits on Snapchat and explained the whole situation.
Oh my gosh.
This is where the fun begins.
Thank God.
Emma's two much younger sisters were the flower girls at Sarah's wedding. At the very last moment, Emma switched out the white petals in their baskets to blue ones she had secretly brought with her. She told her sisters not to say anything about it or let the bride see them until it was time to scatter them down the aisle. Sarah looked very confused upon seeing the blue petals, which did not coordinate whatsoever with her theme, but of course she didn't say anything about it in the moment. Most of Sarah's other bridesmaids were also Emma's friends, had attended Emma's wedding, and were in on Emma's scheme.
Oh my God.
My mom's calling me. Hold on. Mom, I'm recording a podcast. I'll call you right back. Love you, bye. Okay. At the reception, Emma's sisters and the other bridesmaids were tight-lipped when Sarah began demanding to know why there were all blue petals. The wedding planner ended up getting a lot of abuse for not checking the flower girls' baskets before they walked down the aisle. Finally, it was time for the speeches. The speeches took place in front of a massive screen displaying a loop of photos with Sarah and her husband, which had been compiled by Emma.
Oh my God. I love her.
Emma took the remote that controlled the presentation screen, and at first she showed some pre-approved, humorous photos of Sarah with Emma and other friends to facilitate a couple lighthearted jokes. Then, at the very end, Emma said to Sarah that she must be wondering why there were blue petals instead of the white ones originally planned. Oh That was when Emma displayed the last slide of her presentation. Emma announced in front of everyone that she was 5 months pregnant and that she had just discovered the baby was a boy. Hence the blue petals.
Oh my God.
The last slide was her ultrasound picture.
I'm dead. Oh my God.
Dude. There were shocked yells and gasps. Sarah had a fit, but those involved in this scheme cheered so loudly that I sincerely regret watching the Snapchat recordings with headphones. Apparently, Sarah had been very nasty to her bridesmaids before, driving several of them away and forcing the others to pay ridiculous amounts of money for dresses.
Ugh.
Which is the worst, guys. You got to think about it.
You can't.
Either you got to buy it. You got to buy it yourself. There's like a limit.
It's got to be affordable, or you gotta bite the bullet.
There's
and
a
pay
limit
for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Emma and my cousin were eventually thrown out of the party, but they were all smiles. Sarah's fuming mother went to confront her outside, and Emma retorted with gentle, I'm pregnant. That's so good. I reckon Sarah doesn't speak to the majority of those bridesmaids anymore.
Dude.
That is the best story I've ever heard.
Sarah's the worst. I'm so shocked that she has friends. And
clearly she's not going to have many after this.
No.
But it just was like once I heard the end of the story, I started thinking back to like Emma's usually confrontational, but she's just smiled and said, I'm so happy for you, Sarah. Meanwhile, she's like, I will get you. Ha ha ha. But dude, isn't that epic?
Sweet revenge. That was so good.
So freaking epic.
But also done well. That's not like just like, slapping, or like a bitch fight or something like that. Yeah. That's like contemplative.
It's strategic.
Intentional. She waited patiently.
Yes.
And good things come to those who wait, as we all know.
And she got her back equally and very it was very appropriate because it was like her wedding, then her wedding.
Yeah.
And it's like a public thing where she can't say anything.
Yeah.
Which we were just talking about freaking Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
What was that story?
We were watching the morning show and we had gotten on a huge conversation about the Me Too movement. We were with a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, the gross guy.
The gross. He who must not be named.
Who must not be named. And we were talking about, what's her name from Serendipity? The actress? Not Gwyneth. Oh, no.
No, it was
We
Gwyneth
were talking
Paltrow.
about Serendipity, but then we mentioned Gwyneth about how she had experienced an unfortunate situation with him.
Yeah.
And she was dating Brad Pitt at the time.
Yes.
And Brad Pitt had waited until a red carpet event to confront him because it was public and he couldn't do anything.
Yeah. And he literally walked up to him and was like, if you touch my girlfriend again, I will kill you. But what's he going to do?
What are you going to do?
There's
on a
cameras
red carpet
everywhere.
With every news station in the world,
it's so
watching,
epic. It's so epic.
So smart. Patience.
I remember there was I can't remember what the fight was about because dear God, we had so many, but I remember my ex did something one time and we were at this big function or it was a church event or something. And I remember just walking up to him and smiling and hugging him and just whispering you will meet your end after this party.
Yeah.
Or I said something like, oh, I hope you have fun because the second we get in the car, I'm going to freaking unleash.
Which is hilarious because it's you just ruined the whole night. It's he's going to be thinking about it the whole time.
He looked so nervous the whole time. And I was just like, oh, you wait. I will destroy you. But it's great. It's strategic. I mean, we're not promoting revenge.
I'm not saying we should
ruining weddings.
Ruin weddings. No. But
that was
well deserved.
And I guarantee anyone listening right now did not think about quarantine the entire time. They were deeply into the story, which is why I was so excited to read it.
Yeah, this is so good. Guys, again, I really do just want to throw that out there. If you have any stories that you have had in the back of your mind, maybe you're listening to our podcast and you're like, oh, that reminds me of this one time. I just randomly shared my peeing my pants story because it was reminded, it came back to me. If you have any of those moments, please write us. The world needs your fun stories right now, even if they're a little more serious. We don't mind and we are ready to dive in it with you.
Yep.
And
I didn't know if you were going to continue, so we just stared at each other awkwardly. Okay. No, we seriously love you guys. Make sure you guys check out our Instagram. Also, if you're listening to this, obviously you know how to listen to a podcast, but we also have our YouTube channel. If you ever just want to put it on in the background, if you don't have or it's harder for you to listen through any other platform. So that's available. It's unfortunate because we don't have video of us. And we're so cute to look at, I know. But it was just too hard to figure out. So we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. Thank quarantine for that.
And, I did have a dad joke. But
oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up with
Let's wrap it up. Okay. Because I need to go paint my nails because I can't even look at my hands. I don't recognize them.
Taryn was playing games with her family, over on
the internet,
on the web. And I was like, what am I going to do? I ended up, I restarted Stranger Things. Ashley was in a funk all week, so we're already on season 3. And I was like staring at my nails, and they were so bad. They had gotten so bad. We tried to do our own gel polish.
Yeah, it was
like a week ago,
horrible.
And it was equally as bad. So I ended up just cutting them all down and painting them last night, and I feel so much better.
I think people are like, oh, wow, your nails don't look good. But I don't think people understand. Like, one of the things me and Ash bonded on, I always, like, my nails are always like beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, always.
Whether I do it myself or someone else does it. Like, I've always, I can wait on my hair. My hair's fine. I'll spend money on my nails.
I look freaking homeless most of the time, but my nails look pristine. And there's multiple reasons why. One of them is my mom. That was like our thing, because I was the only girl. So we would go get manicures.
I love that.
From like a super young age. Like, I remember like being where like the ladies are like trying to hold my hands because I was like moving around so much, you know? And then another thing is I had a former boss tell me that every time she does an interview, she looks at the person's nails because she said it's a good reflection. Not that you have to have like nail polish all the time, but that you put effort into like, I want to be presentable or whatever. So there's like different reasons why. And another reason is I genuinely love it. Like, I feel like it is self-care for me.
It's therapeutic for sure.
Yeah, so I'm struggling so hard right now with my nails looking ratchet and not filed. Like, they don't all look the same. So that's what I'm doing after this. Anyways, why are we talking about that? I don't know. But
dad joke. Hit us with your dad joke.
Yesterday, I ate a clock. It was very time consuming, especially when I went back in for seconds.
Best one by far, I think. That was really good.
And look at the picture. It's just a guy eating a sandwich.
Wow, so good.
Gets me every time. Anyways.
Thank you guys so much for sharing your stories and for being vulnerable with us. We can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
Yes.
Happy quarantine. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
This has been just lovely.
Stay 6 feet apart.
Stay 6 feet apart.
Sanitize everything. Wash your damn hands.
Wash your hands.
And,
wear something over your mouth.
Cover yourself.
Shut your mouth.
That's it. Okay, bye.
Bye.